Hello again everybody and welcome back to Fujit's Blitz, and this is the Aces Gallery. And okay, I admit, it's a tad late. It's a tad late because I've been trying to muck around with live streaming, much to the annoyance of a lot of people, and obviously the real world kicks in. But anyway, enough of my problems. Let's kick off with a good friend of mine, Valyrian-tiger of FTC4, rolling out in the T-34, the Russian Tier 5 medium tank on the EU server. Now, this is a tank that I used to absolutely love. Okay, it's been nerfed a bit. I don't think it's been power creeped, but it's definitely been nerfed. And it's a shadow of its former self, which is a damn shame. Because don't forget, I mean, this was one of the most potent tanks during World War II. And now, I mean, okay, it's the T-34-76 version. But it's just not as good as it used to be. And it's a damn shame, really, because it really is a nice tank. And as I said, I mean, this is the sort of epitome of what the tanks were in World War II. This was one of the best tanks. As you've seen there, Valyrian-tiger's just been taking on that Panzer 4-5 and coming off worse. And he's got hardly anything left. Okay, he's taken the Panzer 4G there. And the Panzer 4-5 is no longer focused on him. Oh, there's a turret heading your way. So he was able to sort of plough shots into that poor Panzer 5-4. But, you know, he's lost almost all his hit points. And the game is still young. We're only 2 minutes into the game. And this is the thing about the poor T-34. It's not got a most powerful weapon anymore. And its armour doesn't seem to be as trolly as it used to be. Although he bounced that one, which was nice. And, you know, the thing was, when this tank first came out in World War II, its armour and its mobility were off the charts. I mean, this could run rings around most German tanks. Okay, its gun was never brilliant, don't get me wrong. You know, it struggled against some of the bigger German tanks like the Tigers, etc., because it had to get up close and personal to pen it. But this isn't a tier that shouldn't be facing Tigers realistically. I mean, it's facing, as you've seen there, Panzer 4Gs and Matildas and things like that. Okay, bounced that Matilda too, so, but he's losing hit points. He hasn't got much left. He's knocked out just shy of, you know, 1600 damage here, and he's bounced shy of 500. He's still bouncing the Matilda. He's angled up nicely. But I do think this is a shadow of its former self, which is a shame, because it used to be a lovely little Tier 5 tank. A bit like that Lippard in front of it. That's another crying shame of a tank that's been nerfed to oblivion. Which used to be, well, it was never OP, but it was a nice little tank to run around in Tier 5. Not anymore. Oh look, there's another Matilda. However, back to the gameplay. I mean, Valyrian-tiger's done well here. He lost a shitload of hit points to begin with. Oh, hello, issue. Stick some into you. He's now done over 2,100 damage. He's bounced over 500. He's taken 2 kills. He's now shooting into that SU, trying to get the SU out of the game. Come on, Valyrian-tiger, get it up to 2,500, sorry. Unlucky. 2,200. That's a good rollout. Finishes the game on less than 100 hit points. Gets a well-deserved mastery and a steel wall. Top tank. And that's a brilliant game. I'd like to thank Valyrian-tiger of FTC4 for kindly sharing his replay. Next up, another good friend of mine, Nameless of the clan Swarm, rolling out in the Chieftain Mark 6, the British Tier X heavy tank, a premium tank on the EU server, and a fantastic tank to boot. Now, this really is a fantastic heavy tank. It's got amazing gun depression, and when it first came out, if you couldn't get a mastery in this tank, then there was an issue, because this tank is just off the charts. It's brilliant. You stick this thing hull down and everybody struggles to pen you. I mean, the turret is rock solid. The gun is fantastic. Okay, it's not dishing out massive derp. It's, you know, it's dishing out 460, close to 500 on its high-end rolls. But it's got a really good reload, an incredibly accurate gun. And, you know, I mean, look at that. He's already taken a tank out. He's already up to 1,500 damage. Look at the reload on this thing. Boom. Great little shot into there. Okay, he used HE. I guess he obviously forgot to swap it over after taking on the bat chat. But not to worry. I mean, this thing, hull down, is a menace. And if you understand that, and you understand the mechanics of this tank, and he's smacking that good old E75 over there. Sorry, E50M. God, I thought it was an E75. And if you understand that this tank is perfect all down, then boy, you are the biggest menace on the battlefield, as Nameless is going to show. I mean, hello E50, goodbye E50. That's just brilliant. Okay, he didn't get the kill, but boy, he was instrumental in somebody else getting it. And he hasn't even scratched his paintwork yet. Switch over the ammo. Yep, you can pen them. Oh, okay, he overstretched there, and somebody managed to pen him, but it's not a big problem for him. You know, look at the accuracy on this thing. I mean, it is brilliant. The aim time is fantastic as well. Look at that reticle come down. Okay, that was a bit of a wild shot. But the aim time on this thing is also fantastic. And this is what makes this tank. It's that gun and that aim time. Like I said, you're not a massive dirt machine. I mean, 450 to 500 is pretty good because of the amount of time it's coming out. And look at the accuracy. I mean, that is like the narrowest of area you can pen on that Malshan. And he penned it. That's the thing. You know, that is how good this gun is. Come on, T-54. You're going to be penned if you... No, he missed him. That's a damn shame. T-54 just managed to get into cover just in time. So, I mean, he's only taken one kill. He's dished over 3,000 damage, which is pretty low in this tank, I'll be honest with you. Most people dish out more. Hello. Now he's penning the E100. Wow. Oh yeah, he's still got his APCR in, that's why. He's getting those cheeks on that turret. But this is a fantastic position. There you go. Bounce from the Malshan. The T-54 has got to go at some stage. Somebody has got to kill him. He's being a complete menace there, and he's finally gone. That leaves these three around here when Nameless is playing. He pens the Jag-Tiger. He gets penned by the Malshan again. That was quite a big roll from the Malshan. He's still going to give the Jag-Tiger another smack, and as you see there, he gets his 500. He's now... Wow, he's now, you know, over 5,000 damage. And this is the glorious thing about this tank. That damage racks up quicker than you think. Hello, Malshan. Smack you again. He's now up to 5,200. At this rate, he's going to be getting, you know, good damage. I mean, this is clearly on for a mastery. We know it's a mastery anyway because it's the aces of the week. So we know he gets a mastery anyway. Clears the Malshan. Wow, now he's up to 6,000 damage. No, sorry, my bad. 5,000. No, it is 6,000 damage. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Wow, one tank left, and it's the E100, which we know was hanging around there earlier. Is he going to able to clear the E100? He's still looking very healthy. He's got over half his hit points left. There's E100. Sticky APCR in. Yep, smack those cheeks. Wow, this is brilliant. Go on, clear him out, clear him out, clear him out. Oh no, no, clear him, get round him, yes. Come on, look at the mobility on this thing, it's brilliant. Now smack him. Absolutely brilliant, come on. That bounced, smack him, kill him. Come on, Nameless, you've got this, in the bag. Boom, 6,918 damage. 4 kills. Wow, I mean that is a fantastic mastery. And that is how you play the Chieftain Mark 6. Fantastic game. And I'd like to thank Nameless of Swarm for kindly sharing his replay. Next up, good friend of mine and a clanmate, Harrier77 of my clan 49 Div. Yay! Rolling out in the Conway, the British Tier 9 TD, again on the EU server, and a recent addition to the tech trees. Now, I must admit, I love this tank. I think, out of the 4 additions, this is my second favourite after the OP or not OP Charioteer. This tank, I think, is brilliant. The gun is fantastic. Now, I know everybody raves about the Charioteer, but let's focus on the Conway, because, it's misunderstood a little bit. Now, the thing about the Conway is it comes with 2 guns. It comes with this, the 120mm, and it comes with the big derp. And a lot of people say, oh, the derp gun is the best. Well, I don't agree. And as you can see, Harrier is sporting the less derpy gun. And the reload is amazing. The accuracy is fantastic. And you're knocking out a shed load of damage. You're not going to struggle to pen. And look at this, look at this. Go on, go on. Oh no, you hit the wall. I thought he was going to pen him then. Because you can in this thing. This thing is super duper accurate. And it's a TD. Don't forget, it's a TD. And it's a TD on a medium heavy chassis with a turret that goes all the way round. Okay, the turret is paper thin. You stick a HE roll into it. Look at the accuracy on this though. You stick a HE roll into this thing and, you know, it's going to hurt. But the mobility and it's just an unbelievably good TD for this tier. And like Harry is showing you here, I would strongly recommend you don't play it as a TD, guys. You play it like a second support medium, because that way you get the most out of this tank. Okay, you have to be careful because you have got weak armor. But look, Harrier is not camping at the back and using it as a TD. In fact, he's not using it as a TD at all. He is playing this like a medium stroke heavy, albeit second line. And he's being very successful. And this is the thing about these new British TDs. Now, I said in my FV4005 video, not the review, but the how to play, don't play it like a TD. Stick with, you know, with the FV4005, I said stick with the heavy tanks and use yourself as a second line support tank. And boy, I found it more successful. And this is what you need to do with the Conway. The Conway is not a TD realistically. And you shouldn't play it like one. You should play it like Harrier's playing here, in a medium stroke heavy second line support role. And boy, you will just have a shed load of fun. Now, it's 2 against 2. He's already up to 4,421 damage. He's bounced over 700. He's taken 3 kills. There are 2 tanks still out there. We've seen that there's an IS over in the corner, and we've seen that his teammate is toying with another tank there. There's the IS. He's just going to keep rolling through. The IS gets a clip into him, unfortunately. Oh, it's another IS. Clear the IS-3. He's gone. Now it's 2 against 1. Up to 4,600 damage. He's taken 4 kills. He's not capped any bases, but he doesn't need to. Not with this amount of damage that he's churning out. Don't forget, he's not got the derp gun in. He's got the gun below the derp, and this is the thing. This is, in my opinion, a better gun than the derp. It's good to go out in the derpy gun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to smack things for over 600. But the reload on this, the accuracy on this, and the alpha damage that it churns out, and there goes the IS again. So, kill number 5, just shy of 5,000 damage. I mean, that is a fantastic game. 4,966 damage. A well-deserved mastery in a fantastic tank. And I'd like to thank Harriet for kindly sharing his replay for us. It was a pleasure to watch. Next up, we got Borzegi of the clan Serb, rolling out in the Malshan, the German tier 9 heavy tank, again on the EU server. Now, I like this tank. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think it's a damp squib. It's not. It's how you play it. I mean, this tank, okay, it's not outclassed in its tier. It's a mini mouse, we know that. It has got trolley armor. If you angle this and you keep that lower plate covered, you are pretty formidable. Okay, you can pen that massive cupola on the top hatch. Of course you can. You can on the VK100-01P with the tank before this at tier 8. But it has got a good gun, it's got a pretty decent reload, and it knocks out a lot of damage when it wants to. And as you see there, you angle this correctly, guys, you are going to bounce it. It's not fast. It's not meant to be fast. Guys, this is a super heavy tank. You know, this leads you to the mouse, which is another super heavy tank. But look at this. I mean, close to 500. Angle it right, you're going to bounce. So far, he's bounced over 2,000. I mean, that's just obscene. And you can do that in this tank. And a lot of people say, oh, the mouse units, it's rubbish, it's not good. I disagree. And the reason I disagree is it's not the tank, guys. It's the way you're playing it. You need to understand your role and the tank's role. This is a super, super heavy. You need to play it like this. You need to keep those tanks in that spot range You need to angle it to them, and you need to take your opportunities when you can. And you need to use your hit points, because every time those enemy tanks are shooting you, they're not shooting your teammates. And that's the point of the super heavies. Don't go YOLOing in it, thinking that the armor is going to protect you from all and sundry, because it won't. You know, it just doesn't do that. What it does do is serve a role. He has now got 4 tanks here. 4 tanks. He's now bounced another shed load. But he's got 4 tanks, all focused on him, realistically. Okay, he missed that, went straight onto the IS-8. Okay, somebody finally penned him. The reload on this isn't too bad. Okay, he's dropped his adrenaline, but that's not the point. Once you finally get to pen, you're penning well. So, look at that. There are 5 tanks left. 4 of them are around here. Oh, sorry. There are 5 tanks left. There's not now. There are 4 tanks left, and 3 of them were here. There are 2 over the other side. He's now going to push on these. He can push on the IS. He's going to smack him, track him. Oh, he didn't track him. He just smacked him. He's asking for assistance, and so he should. He's bounced just shy of 4. No, he's not. He's bounced over 4,000 now. I mean, this is brilliant. 4,000 bounces. I mean, this is like going out in 2 Mautians. It's, you know, when you have this many bounces, and he's done over 3,000 damage, just shy of 4,000 damage. I mean, he has been instrumental in the team. This is the thing you have to realize about this tank. He has held this line, and now he's still bouncing. I mean, it's fantastic. Hello, come on, take him out. Get rid of him. He's gone. 3 tanks left. There's 1 here. There were 2 over the other side. They're going to come over in a moment. The IS gets out of there. He's had enough of playing with this Mautian. The Mautian is incredibly slow. I get that. IS is now cleared. So there's just 2 tanks left. Here comes one of them. Hello, smack you, missed you. Oh dear. That should have penned, but it's an E75, and E75s at the best of times are pretty trolly. Can he smack him at the front plate? Oh, no, it's not an E75. I've done it again. It's an E50. What is going on with my eyes? I'm such a muppet. Now it's 1 against 2. We have the E50 that's trying to flank around, as you can see there. And you have a waffle tractor. The waffle tractor is not going to pose him any problems, to be perfectly honest with you. He should be able to clear the waffle tractor easily. Is he focused on the waffle tractor? Yes, he is, because he's going to bounce. Look at this. Boom, gone. 1-on-1. And the E50 is trying to get up close and personal. He wants to pen those sides, and he does. And that's a good move by the E50, even though a lot of people would say, no, it's rubbish. It's a good move, but he's left himself clear. He's trying to angle up to the Mautian. Mautian angles up, bounces in. Borzegi is playing this Mautian spectacularly well. Look at the bounces he's got here, and look at the damage he's dished out. I mean, this is a fantastic game in a fantastic tank. Wow, that's just amazing. Over 6,000 bounced. I mean, that's huge. That really is huge, and just shy of 6,000 damage. I mean, that is just brilliant, and it's a well-deserved mastery. And I'd like to thank Borzegi of the clan Serb for kindly sharing his replay. It was an absolute pleasure to watch you play that tank as it should be played. So I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank Valyrian-tiger of FTC4. I'd like to thank Nameless of Swarm and Harrier77 of 49div for kindly sharing their replays. Those have been the Aces Gallery of this week for June. I've been Fujit. I hope you enjoyed it. By all means, if you haven't yet, press subscribe, comment and like below. If you've got any decent replays, send them to me at fujitsblitz@gmail.com or join my Discord and send them there. And until the next time, guys, I'll say my usual stuff. Stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking. Because you know what? That's what it's all about, having fun and being happy.